You can speak English, but are you confident? No, you don't have to be a native speaker to feel confident in English. Today we're discussing something very important, one of the biggest barriers for English learners, the fear of speaking. It's that feeling of nervousness, shyness, or doubt that comes up when you're trying to use the language. Many people feel this way, and it's understandable. You may worry about making mistakes, being judged, or not being understood because of your accent. But here's the truth. This fear doesn't mean you can't speak English. It just means you need to find ways to manage your emotions and build your confidence. Remember, real confidence doesn't come from speaking perfectly. It comes from being comfortable with who you are and how you speak. So let's talk about what's holding you back and how you can move forward. Let's go. No. 1. Fear of speaking. The fear of speaking English can be strong. You might feel nervous, shy, or worried about what others think. This is normal. Many people feel this way, even those who speak English as a first language. But here's the thing. Feeling scared doesn't mean you can't speak English. It just means you need to find ways to manage your emotions and build your confidence. Sometimes this fear is so big that it keeps us from speaking at all. But this isn't helpful. We need to face our fears to grow and learn. When we don't, our fear can become a barrier that stops us from reaching our goals. When we're afraid to speak, it can feel like a wall between us and the world. This wall might be made of worries about making mistakes, not knowing the right words, or being judged by others. But this wall isn't real. It's only in our minds. Our thoughts can sometimes trick us into thinking we can't do things when we actually can. When we let these thoughts control us, they can stop us from learning and growing. For example, imagine you want to ask someone for directions, but you're too afraid to speak. In that moment, the fear is in control. Instead of helping you, your fear makes you stay silent. This might make you feel bad about yourself, like you're not smart enough or good enough to speak English. But the truth is, everyone makes mistakes when learning something new. Even kids learning their first language make mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural and important part of the learning process. It shows that you're trying and that you're on the right track. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new. You understand what you did wrong and how to do it better next time. So the next time you're afraid to speak, remember that your fear is just a thought, not a fact. Don't let it hold you back from learning and growing. No. 2. Not confident. Maybe you know lots of words and grammar rules, but when it comes to actually speaking English, you're not confident. You might feel like you don't know enough or that you won't be understood. This is also normal. Learning a language takes time and practice. It's like learning to ride a bike. At first, you might feel scared and unsure, but with practice, you become more confident and skilled. The same is true for speaking English. You might not feel confident at first, but with practice, you'll get better. Just like riding a bike. Here's the thing. No one becomes confident in English overnight. It takes time and practice to build your skills. You might feel nervous or make mistakes at first, but that's okay. It's all part of the learning process. You learn from your mistakes and keep practicing until you feel more confident. It's important to remember that everyone learns at their own pace. Some people learn quickly, while others take more time. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone is different and has their own strengths and weaknesses. What matters most is that you keep practicing and don't give up. If you're not confident in your speaking skills, don't worry. It's totally normal. keep practicing and learning, and you'll get there. Remember, confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being comfortable with who you are and how you speak. Number 3, not enough time. You're busy with work, family, and other things in your life. It can be hard to find time to learn English. You might feel like you don't have enough time to study or practice. This is also normal. Life can get in the way of learning. Sometimes we get so caught up in our daily routines that we forget to make time for ourselves and our goals. But it's important to remember that we can't achieve anything if we don't make time for it. If you want to learn English, you need to make time for it. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. Even just a few minutes each day can make a big difference. Here's the thing. It's not about having more time. It's about using the time you have in a smart way. You might be surprised at how much you can learn in just a few minutes each day. When you're learning English, it's important to be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time and practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Just keep practicing, and you'll eventually reach your goals. Remember, it's not about how much time you have. It's about how you use the time you have. Even just a few minutes each day can make a big difference. No, for lack of resources. Maybe you're learning English on your own, and you feel like you don't have enough resources. You might not have a lot of money to spend on classes or materials. Or you might live in a place where it's hard to find good learning materials. You might feel frustrated and discouraged, but it's important to remember that there are still many free resources available to you. There are lots of free learning materials online and in libraries. You can also find conversation partners online or in your community. And here's the thing, learning English doesn't have to be expensive. There are many free resources available to help you learn. Don't let a lack of resources hold you back from achieving your goals. Number 5, lack of motivation. Learning a language can be challenging, and sometimes it can be hard to stay motivated. You might feel like you're not making progress fast enough, or that you never reach your goals. This is also normal. It's important to remember that motivation can fluctuate, and it's okay to take breaks when you need them. However, it's important to find ways to reignite your passion for learning English. Here are a few tips to help you get motivated again. Set realistic goals. When you're setting goals for yourself, it's important to be realistic. Don't set yourself up for failure by setting goals that are too high. Start with small, achievable goals and build up from there. Reward yourself. When you reach a goal, reward yourself. This could be something small, like watching your favorite TV show or going out for ice cream. Just make sure the reward is something that you enjoy. Take breaks. It's important to take breaks when you need them. Don't push yourself too hard and burn out. Take some time to relax and recharge, and then come back to learning English with a fresh perspective. Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Your motivation can go up and down, but that's okay. Just find ways to get yourself excited about learning English again. If you feel like you're not motivated to learn English, remember that it's okay to take a break and come back to it later. But don't give up on your goals. There are many resources available to help you get motivated again. Well, friends, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can speak English. You don't have to be a native speaker to feel confident. Building confidence takes time and practice, but it's worth it. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn and grow. Just keep practicing and you'll get there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.